So I wanted to jump on and do a very quick video. It's a couple of days until my 30-day receiving adventure comes to an end. And in all honesty, I have no idea where I am in regards to receiving. I haven't got a clue. Which in some ways is a really, really good place to be. I feel like I've done what I know, what I logically know how to do, I have done. I've done everything that I can contemplate how to do, and now I'm sitting here thinking and going, okay, give me new ideas, give me new solutions. Sitting here right now, I've done everything I know how to do. What else can I do to create what I know, I'm wanting to create? And not only that, I'm going to release what I know I want to create and what is bigger than what I already know. What is bigger than me? And I'm getting this just as I'm sitting here going, okay, and it's popping into my head, it's okay. I know I want to take the tour of consciousness and I want to go on the road. I know that's what I want to do. And I'm sitting here hearing, but what if what I know is what I want to do is different to what the infinite part of me actually wants me to do, and me sitting in my space of knowingness is actually getting in the way because it's different, it's bigger than what my logical consciousness can actually fathom. And I posted an Oprah video on my YouTube channel, and it is the most amazing video I think I've ever seen, and it really helped me realize how connected she is. She is where she is for a reason. She is so infinitely connected. There's more to Oprah than meets the eye. There's more to Oprah than anyone has ever seen. And she's starting to show these pieces of herself, and this video is one of those pieces. It is amazing. And she talks about how, she calls it God, she talks about how God can dream so much bigger than you could ever dream for yourself. And it's true. And part of the reason she is where she is because she has surrendered. She has had an idea, she's had a thought, she's had a concept. She has done what she knows how to do. She's done what she can see how to do. And she has simply sat and said, I surrender all. And she has surrendered it all and said, I've done what I know how to do. Now you, the infinite part of me, be bigger, be better, be grander than what I am in this moment right now. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm sitting in this space of, I've done what I know how to do. Now I'm asking that the infinite part of me creates it. It brings people to me as I'm walking the dogs around the streets. As someone literally walks into me and we have a conversation and it unravels from there, or someone contacts me on Facebook, or someone connects with me in email, or someone calls me on Skype, whatever it is opening myself up to that part that I cannot logically even fathom the creation of. That's kind of where I'm at. And specifically on receiving, what have I specifically actually received? Well, this week I had a phone call with a guy called Jeremy. Amazing, amazing, amazing guy. He's from 24 Hour Wealth Coach. Incredible guy. We had a really quick chat and he helped me realize that I was my own paradox in conversation. So in the conversations that we had, I had said to him, I don't receive. I said, I'm shit at receiving. And then probably about 10 minutes into the conversation, I then said, I receive so much constantly, all the time. I'm constantly receiving all sorts of different things from all sorts of different people. It's amazing. And then later on in the conversation, I said, I have no idea how I receive, but I appreciate everything that I receive, and that seems to be how I get whatever it is I'm meant to receive. And at the end of the call, he said, can I share something with you? I said, sure. He said, you're full of shit. I said, excuse me? Pardon? Would you like to go on with that little statement? He said, you're full of shit. And he picked me up on it. He picked me up on the fact that I had been saying, I don't receive, or I can't receive, or I'm shit at receiving. And then a couple of minutes later, or 10 minutes later, saying, I'm constantly receiving. I'm sitting in this, I'm sitting in my own receiving paradox, where there's one part of me that isn't receiving, and there's one part of me that is always receiving. And here's what I'm starting to understand about paradoxes. They're here. They are absolutely here. Where you can do something, you also can't do something. And the space in between, to me, is kind of where the power is. And what I'm learning to do is sit in the space, sit in between the paradox, and see the can't, and see the can, or see the do, and see, whatever words you want to use. I'm using the best human words that I can use to explain what it is I'm trying to explain. And sit in between the paradox between what I can do and what I can't do, and feel the energy of both, and simply allow the energy of both, and then surrender it. Surrender the I can and surrender the I can't. Surrender it up and say, I'm here, I'm in the paradox, I see both sides, I've done what I logically know how to do now. Infinite part of me, God, source, universe, creator, whatever you want to call it, infinite part of me, it's now all in your hands. Show me, tell me, help me, guide me along the path that you want me to go. And I will stay open, and I will consistently stay open to allow whatever it is you're trying to tell me to come through. So that's kind of it, I guess. Apart from that conversation, I've received a couple of other things. I've received, if I have it around here somewhere, I do. I received, oh, I've gone out of focus, let me just fix that. I received this, let's see if you can see it, there we go. I received this book from a random stranger, seriously, random stranger. Connected with him on Gumtree because I was going to get him to come and look after my dogs, which didn't end up happening. But the book is called The Children of the Law of One and the Lost Teachings of Atlantis. And I had been spending the last week before I got this book saying, right, I get there's something in the teachings of Atlantis that I need to understand. I don't know what it is. I've never resonated with Atlantis before. So show me whatever it is I need and I will go with it. And so they showed me to, connect with some random, no, he wasn't on Gumtree, he was on House Sitters. Connect with this random guy on House Sitters, meet up where I'm staying and see where it goes. And he literally turned up and he handed me this book and he said, I heard you needed this book, so I got it for you. What? I looked at him and I said, what? You bought me a book? You never even met me, you don't know who I am, you bought me a book? And he said, yes, I heard you needed this book, so here is this book, it's for you. And I've been reading the book, and it has been really, really interesting. One of the things I often do now is I take the pieces of the information that I'm receiving, and the pieces that don't align or don't vibrate, I don't pick up. I don't pick up those pieces. I read the pages and I feel and I go, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And I kind of allow it all to flow through. And this book has been very interesting. It's been a very interesting lesson in, I guess, allowing. And that's really, it's allowing that connection to the self. And once I got my head away from some of the points in there that I don't agree with, I then managed to find this part of me that went, okay, there are some amazing concepts in here that are actually worth understanding for me, because it's all about being one. It's all about being one with the infinite part of yourself, and they have some amazing tools and some amazing techniques to solidify that, but also some amazing logical understandings as to why it's so important. And that's really what I'm getting at the moment, is that logical part of me, that human part of me, is getting some amazing, amazing learnings on, allowing. And, gosh, I thought this was going to be a quick video. And I also have really concretely coming to understand the human part of me, and realizing that there's an infinite part of me and there is a human part of me. And I know that a lot of people are saying get rid of the duality and become completely one with the self. And yes, it is become completely one with yourself, but the thing is, there is also the duality. It's not one or the other, it is both. And it is sitting in the energy of both, and it is being able to operate in the energy of both. It's been able to operate as an infinite part of you and being able to operate as the human part of you. And I can't remember if I've shared this in a previous video, but here's what I get, is that I am here right now in this moment as a human. I'm having a human experience. I'm in a human's physical body. You know, the easiest way I could put it is, in this moment right now, I am human. And in this moment right now, I'm also infinite. And being human, I'm learning to understand and respect the limitations that come with that experience. And being human and learning to respect those limitations also means that when I'm having emotional experiences, or I want to have an emotional experience, I am asking for it. I said to a friend of mine the other day, when so many people, what I used to do, let's put it back to me, what I used to do was whenever I wanted, let's say I wanted approval or validation, I'm sure I put this in a video before, but I'm going to put it in this one as well. Whenever I wanted approval or validation, I would look at that and I would realize that I was seeking approval and validation from outside of myself, and I would go, no, I want to find the energy within me that means that I already feel approved and validated. And I want to find that energy within me. And here's the thing that I've really started to understand, is that there comes a point where you can have that energy within you, and because you have that energy within you, you're human, I'm human, I still want validation and approval even though I already have that energy flowing through me. And the way for me to receive it is to essentially use, and I use that term very loosely because I know it has a lot of negative connotations to it, but it is essentially using the 7 billion other people that are living in my current reality to provide me with validation and approval. And it is saying to the infinite part of me, you know what, I'm sitting here, I am wanting validation and approval. Not only that, but I'm also wanting it from somebody outside of me. And it's been okay with me actually wanting to have that experience. I have spent such a long time over the last couple of years beating myself up because I've been wanting to have emotional experiences with another human being. And part of the reason I've spent the last, I guess, 2 years living in isolation is because I couldn't understand how I could actually be around another human being without allowing them to give me anything, without allowing them to have any kind of emotional interaction with me, because all of my beliefs said that that was wrong and that was bad and that shouldn't happen. So now I'm kind of turning it around and going, you know what, it's okay. I am human, and part of having a human experience is interacting with other humans, and part of interacting with other humans is being able to have emotional interactions with them. And part of being human is that I get to experience emotions. I actually get to have these feelings flowing through me. I get to have fun with them. I get to feel angry. Do you know how good it feels to feel angry? Do you know how good it feels to laugh? Do you know how good it feels to have a really good cry? Do you know how good it feels to, run in a meadow somewhere? This is all part of being human. And for me personally, 2012 is all about embracing the infinite and embracing the human, and bringing the two of them together, and having both of them work in harmony with each other. So that's kind of where I am, is embracing and allowing all aspects of me and coming into alignment with continually receiving. So that's kind of it. I don't know when my next video is going to be. I might, given that it's the last, I think it's the last 5 days, I might actually look at doing one video a day saying what have I received, what have I received today, what, you know, and looking at the tiniest little things that I've received, be it a good morning from someone walking around the street, be it a lick from my dog because she wants to give me love, or you know, I don't know, my other dog running all over me, panting and laughing because he laughs. You know, whatever, and that might be what I do. So let's see what happens tomorrow, let's see how I feel, and yeah, I hope this video has been insightful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah.